In the crypto side of news, folks, Bitcoin haters constantly calling crypto dead. Um, Actually, yeah, it truly is stronger than ever. I never understand why people tend to fight the system or the change, as it's called. I forget the saying that usually goes on with it, but I swear it seems like when change comes about, people are always trying to go against it. There's always going to be somebody to go against it. But honestly, folks, I truly think that Bitcoin, not just Bitcoin, the whole entire crypto community is going a whole lot further than where we see it now. Say, uh, using it for payment platforms and such things like that. That's actually just the beginning. Blockchain has a lot more uses, and anybody that thinks that it's dead, I just gotta say, you're just foolish. Uh, the February crypto roundup, Maker, Binance Coin, EOS on fire. I can't lie about this, folks. Honestly, in my opinion, as I watched and I attended to the. I should look in closer at this. Let's see. It says Tron and XRP lost out. Well, they've been down a losing struggle, but honestly, Tron's got that network upgrade coming on, I believe, the 8th of this month. And, well, not XRP. XRP just got signed with Coinbase, but I believe there was a few little scandals about, excuse me, they believe that XRP had, in a nutshell, had broke the guidelines of Coinbase, but I think Coinbase still went ahead and launched them. But in other words, let's see. February has been a rare month for gains in the crypto markets. It's only the third month markets, and I already started reading this, and I'm just looking like, honestly, folks. The last two Februarys for me have been pretty decent. I never understand when they say it's been like a rare month for gains. But anyway, only the third month markets have ended higher since the bear market began. Total market capitalization has been uptrending since February, and following the losses of the previous month, starting out at 113 billion in crypto markets, climbed 14% and ended the month at 129 billion. That's actually a pretty decent gain, folks. They reached a 2-month high of 144 billion on the 24th, but this could not be sustained, which was true. I think we had that big sell-off that went on. Whenever prices go way up, people tend to dump. And I never understand this because, you see, the way these markets work, folks, is the more people buy, the higher price goes up. I feel like, if everybody waited to a certain point, we could actually drive the price of something like this back to 10,000 again. But Bitcoin, it's definitely got it's got a lot of good news headed for it. Honestly, I believe that Bitcoin, look, there's 4,200. I believe it's going to hit the resistance. That's my magic number there. You said, I believe Bitcoin really is going to make a huge comeback. We're going to see beyond past those 10,000 rates that we had last year or earlier this year. I do believe not as much as the John McAfee. I know he's into a lot of things with the prediction of 65,000. I don't believe it's going to go that far, but I do believe that mass adoption will be that thing to drive crypto into the next level. So let's look at February's crypto winners. Ethereum had a great February, surging 28% from 107 to 137. I think right now, at the time of making this video, right now I believe it's at 138, I believe, or something like that. It reached a peak of 165 during the month, with marks at recovery of almost 100% from its 2018 low in mid-December. The constant file hard fork, which went through a couple of days ago, did not impact prices at all, and it did not, folks. I feel like a lot of people were building up the constant file St. Petersburg hard fork, and it really did nothing but enhance scalability or decrease scalability issues. A lot of people don't really understand what a lot of these forks mean. Like I said, look, you gotta look these things up, folks. Do your own research. and it'll let you know what's going on. Like, you're not always issued tokens every time a hard fork happens. I used to have that misconception some time ago, and I was very, very let down about it. Another big hitter, EOS, or EOS as some people call it, was on fire in February, powering from 232 to 355. I think at the time of this video, it's right now at 389. It's a 53% pump. It hit a high of 440 during the monthly peak, and it has since pulled back. The move was not enough. I'm sorry, was enough for EOS to take hold of the fourth place in the coin market cap, which it did. As I said it once, said it again 1,000 times. EOS actually is a great product. It's one of the few cryptocurrencies that actually has a viable working network and programmable product. You know what I'm saying? It has utilization. EOS, in my opinion, while not as recognized as Ethereum, Tron, and things like that, um, actually, EOS is it's a contender. It's what I would call a Bitcoin contender, because I feel EOS is gonna be one of those projects that's gonna like come out of the woodworks and just prove us all wrong. Like, holy shit! Like, EOS came out of nowhere, you know. Uh, Litecoin, Litecoin. Honestly, folks, before I read this, you know, Litecoin. I've been invested in Litecoin for quite some time. Charlie Lee, I think he's great. The things that he's done. He never made Litecoin to be $1,000 coin or anything. It was made for everyday usage. That was the plan from Charlie Lee when they originally created Litecoin. But I see Litecoin being around for a very long time, as it has set itself kind of set itself apart from some of the other cryptos, but it doesn't get in the news a lot unless you hear about like upgrades, things like that. But Litecoin had an equally impressive month, surging 46% from 31.70 to 46.40. Litecoin broke through the psychological $50 barrier briefly, but could not hold it. Chances are that it will be back at that level again very soon. I do believe that as well, folks. Uh, Bitcoin Cash made a 17% move during February as it climbed up from 114 to 133. And following the market-wide rally, Binance Coin has also been a beast for the past month, pumping 67% from 626 to 1047. Folks, I can't lie to you right now. Yeah, Binance has been fucking awesome, man. Uh, Even right now, like they surpassed this 1047. They're at like 1130 something right now, 1150. You know, uh, it's I can't lie, man. Say Binance Coin is just on fire. Like, that has been the coin. I have moved a lot of my stuff over to Binance. I'm not telling you guys should. Yeah, they got fees. The fees are kind of high, but at the same time, say like the No Bull projects and things like that. They got the Binance Lab open. They got the new Binance Dex they just started out with. It's taking off like crazy. Honestly, say Binance Coin, man. Say they are that deal, man. They are that deal. I actually had just recently started buying back into Binance. I sold a little before that 626, and because it had dropped down from like $9 previously, like from earlier that year, and I finally sold it off. But to see it hit back to that 626 again and then pump all the way to $11, I was kind of pissed about it. You know, but that's been moving in the bear market, mind you, folks. Uh, Cardano, another one that I always hear about, say made a rare move upwards during the month, but only registering at 13%, taking 88 from 4 cents for 0.0435. Let me just say it like that. Likewise with Monero, which made 14% during February. Mind you, folks, these percentage gains are only 1 month long gains. Let's see. Close to $50 about a month in. IO recorded a gain of 12.5% during the month, which took the price to 0.28 cents. Dash did much better with a surge of 24% from 68 to 85. It did do a huge jump, folks, during February. Maker was by far the top performer of the month with an epic surge of over 80% from 370 to 670, propelling it up in the market cap charts to the 16th spot. Neo also did a well run. Okay, um, yeah, say Dash, Maker, these are projects that have been proving themselves over and over. They've been around for quite some time. Neo also did as well with a run of 31%, taking it from 690 to over $9 by the month end. You know what? I keep telling you guys these stories where, I have a lot of stuff and I be done sold it off right before these prices to see it surge, and it makes me mad. Look, I gotta tell you folks, hodl as much as you can. Like, try not to look at the markets sometimes, but give them a glance every once in a while, because I always let myself a lot of times push out of these super surges sometimes. That's not a super surge, 31%, but that's a month long game. Uh, Ethereum Classic was not so fortunate, and it only managed to gain 9% over the month, ending at $4.32. The crypto losers this month, XRP, one of the losers, but actually, XRP actually surged up quite a bit this month. It went all the way up to like 34, 35%, and then dropped back down, especially during that Coinbase listing. But it didn't do a whole lot. See outside of that, Stellar. Let's see who else we got here. Tron. Tron's a very good one. Bitcoin, Satoshi's Vision, another underperformer. Gain of only 5% in the month of $67. NEM was also weak in February as the foundation downsized dramatically, resulting in small gains. Yeah, see, NEM folks, like, I hear a lot of people talk about it, but I feel like people talk about it a lot because the price of the currency is so low right now. The token is so low. We can trade a lot of it, and they be like, "Oh, NEM," and that's one of the things that's keeping NEM on the markets. But Zcash also made a 6% scrape, just over 50 by the end of the month. Yeah, February has been a bummer month for a lot of these coins. I can't lie. Even though the market's been bad, there's still been some performers. Some There's been some projects here that have been doing quite well, and I feel like, look, it always pans out eventually. Like a lot of these coins and these tokens, they come out, and it's like, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, and 6 months in, I'm telling you, we got this going, we got this going. They got a year in, they're like, oh well, we're not really feeling that idea. We're gonna rebrand, or we're gonna repackage, or we're gonna read this. Rightfully, i.e., translated, we're gonna close our doors. We're gonna take your money and we're gonna leave. That's what a lot of these projects are about. But like I said, you gotta do your own research into these projects. Read some of these white papers. Like, actually read these white papers, folks. Don't just take another person's word for a lot of these projects. Read into them. Get some understanding and invest in what you like. Invest in what you like. Invest in what you feel is making a change, or is actually, you usable rather. I'm sorry about that, folks.